We are headed to Virginia again. We have some really cool stuff happening.
Everybody here was so nice. They let us stay overnight.
Somebody is very excited, and it's not me.
One of our biggest fears was a blowout.
This was a long day.
Things never turn out the way, especially when you have an RV.
Welcome. We are headed down south again this time around.
2 weekends, 2 road trips.
2 weekends, 2 road trips. Last week was a little longer. We went to Virginia. If you didn't see that video, we will link that up above. That was a blast. Although we did have issues with the RV, which we're still dealing with. But we are headed to Virginia again for today's Thursday. We're headed there through Sunday. We have some really cool stuff happening, but I'm not going to tell you what it is right away.
It's Easter weekend. We're headed down to Virginia like MJ said. What's crazy, I was just commenting to her, is that we're on the same road exactly, well, no, not about 8 days ago. It was way colder. We had the heat on.
Yes.
Now it's 76. We got the AC on, so everything is starting to bloom in Jersey. The trees are not blooming yet, but you're starting to see a lot of things come to life. So it's pretty cool. We're really excited. And like MJ said, we have an awesome bunch of videos that's going to come out of this vlog. Some really cool things that we're going to be doing.
It's always fun driving in bad weather. So we just got into Maryland, and you probably can't even see me. It's starting to get dark. We hit a bunch of traffic, but now it's about, what time is it? It's about 7:30. It's getting dark. It's pouring out. It is windy as all get out. And Izzy, I mean, Liquid Spring is helping out, but
2 hands on the wheel. But yeah, it's this big wind gust. Well, I don't know how long we're going to go. If it starts getting really bad, we might just stop somewhere and call it a night. We're not that far. So we are calling it a night. We got off earlier than anticipated. We're probably about an hour 50, 2 hours from our destination. When you're RVing, especially when you start getting a little bit more experience, you have to just kind of go with the flow. We had planned on doing a straight shot, but the weather, the wind, the rain started getting dark. We decided to call an audible, and we just pulled over in a Cracker Barrel about, like I said, almost 2 hours outside where we're going to be. Gives us a little more sleep. We'll just get up earlier in the morning, and no big deal. So we're going to call it a night. We'll come back at you guys tomorrow morning. About 6:30 in the morning, we're getting a jump on it. We did get to sleep in a little bit, which was great. And we have about
sleep in.
Well,
I didn't get to sleep
till 5 o'clock
like
is wonderful. Well, I was sleeping way early. Why were you up so late?
I couldn't get to sleep anyway.
Anyway, we did get a great night's sleep. One of the reasons because the official sponsor of this video, RVmattress.com by Brooklyn Bedding. We've had this now, got to be 2 years that we've had them. Yeah. And it's absolutely wonderful. They're a big supporter of the channel, and they make a great product.
Right, and they make them for home too. So we have one for Jason at home in his room. They have cooling pillows, weighted blankets, but it's so comfortable. So as I couldn't get to sleep last night, I'm tossing and turning. At least I was comfortable. Something great about them, their Dream Foam Essential Mattress won Good Housekeeping's 2023 Family Travel Award. So they named it a top pick for having a big variety of sizes without sacrificing comfort, and it's really, really true. What's great though, if you're never sure, do I like a mattress within the first week or so, you have a 120 night sleep trial, so you can take the time to figure out if you like it, and you can send it back if you don't. They also have a 10-year warranty.
And that's really important. And they're made in the USA, which is pretty great. They also have a variety of different mattresses for RVs, not only size, but type. So if you like memory foam, if you like coils, if you like a hybrid of both, we personally have the memory foam. We really like it. They do have a discount running for the month of April from the 1st through the, what's 30 days in April?
Yes.
So April 30th, 30% off with our special discount code.
That's the biggest we've ever given. So this is the time to grab it for April.
What's our discount code?
So it's endless, sorry.
Yeah. This is a little different. You're going to go to the link we put below. You'll put your phone number on there. They will text you the 30% off. Otherwise, It's going to show 25% off. We just want to make that clear because we had a couple people reach out to us about that. We absolutely love it, guys. Mattresses, unfortunately, from RVs usually suck, and this is a big improvement. Surprise, we're at NARBC in Manassas, Virginia, which is your DC location. So we're working with NARBC on a collaboration. This is Matt Buckman. He's the general manager of this new location, which opened in November, but it's only a temporary location. So tell our audience a little bit about NARBC and specifically this location.
Well, this is NARBC's sixth location, Manassas, Virginia. We've been in business for about 5-6 months now. This is a temporary location. We'll be doing sales, service, and parts. As we develop the next, our forever home, we'll have all of the basic features that NARBC brings to the RV industry, which is sales, service, parts, paint and body, storage, and in wash and detail. Yeah, the products we carry here in Virginia are a full line Winnebago, full line Integra, and we have the luxury line of Newmar.
So you may be asking, why do we travel from New Jersey all the way down to Virginia? Well, there is a reason. We're having a couple of things done that kind of exclusive to NARBC. We're having Protang put in, so you want to explain what that is, because that's a really important thing. If any of you guys follow RVing with Andrew Steele, I think he was the biggest reason to get Protang. I don't know if you've seen that video, but he had his Newell catch on fire and completely total. So just tell our audience, if they haven't heard of it, what Protang is.
Yeah, Protang's a really interesting product. It's a fire suppressant type product that reduces the heat in the area to suck out the fire, essentially. And it's a great product. It's been used in the automotive world for the last 20 years, specifically race cars. And it's a great product.
And then the second thing that I know is exclusive to you guys is Retroband. You know, when we drive down the highway, there's something always in the back of my mind and MJ's mind is the tire blowouts. RVs, Class A's, they don't do well with blowouts. It usually doesn't turn out well. Retroband is something that we really had been looking into and been wanting to get for a long time. So just explain what Retroband is.
Yeah, Retroband is probably the most significant safety feature that one can invest in. But it's a run flat system, and we put them on the front tires, or in the front tires. You've seen the videos with Brett Davis, our owner. A blowout is almost, you don't even feel it because of the Retroband system that's installed on the actual rim itself, underneath the tires. So it's a great product. It keeps you on the road. It keeps you from swerving. It keeps you from any accident. So great product.
And it keeps that tire on instead of just going. It keeps that tire on the rim, so at least gives you that time to get off the road.
Yes, it'll you will experience almost a seamless transition. You'll notice something happen, but it won't be any kind of jerky motion. So it's just pretty simple, and it really is great product.
And you'll avoid the damage to the body of the RV.
Kind of reduce that.
Absolutely. It's safe for you, the consumer, and it also protects your investment.
And then a few other things while we're here. We're having the Retroband put in. Our motorhome tires, they're approaching, well, they are at 5 years of 2018, so we're having 6 new shoes put on Nelly, and we're also having the chassis inspections, check the brakes and everything else. We're going to make the most of it down here, we're going to enjoy the area, and we're going to bring you guys along.
This was a long day, guys.
Longer than we, it's so funny because things never turn out the way, especially when you have an RV. Always add time, so we came down here like, yeah, we'll be out by like 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, I mean, it just went a lot longer because the people that were going to do the installation, the guys, they actually had a flight that came in later, but it was great because we got to fill it with other things. First of all, I'm just going to say this is now our second detailed interactions with NARBC, and again, they are some of the nicest people. The facilities are phenomenal. The leadership is so welcoming to us. It's just been a really good experience with them so far.
I think part of that is that just their philosophy of they want to hire quality, not so much if you sell a lot. They want to hire quality people, and that's really reflective. And when everybody we've met has been super nice.
Right. So Matt, who's the manager here in Manassas, great guy, and then Chuck, who we did most of the GPS, most of the installations, he narrated most of that. And real quick story, very quickly, Retroband is awesome. We did not know the origin of the name, and I always wondered, I thought, isn't Retroband spelled incorrectly with 2 T's? But it's based off Brett Davis, who is the owner of NARBC, and Rob, who was the second guy who worked with them to develop this product. So Rhett and Rob band Retroband. It's just very, very cool. So the installations both went pretty smoothly. Great timing. The guys were awesome that did it. So helpful. So we're going to have full videos coming out for each one. We will have a very detailed video on Protang, very detailed video on Retroband. If those are out already, we will link those above for you to check out.
We also had a full chassis inspection. Thankfully, everything's good. We don't need any brakes or anything. But there were there was a wiring loom close to the header, but then they picked this up. So I guess just the heat from the header had made a couple of tie wraps brittle, and this wiring loom was tied up on the frame with the tie wraps. The wiring loom wound up being not on the header, but close enough that the heat actually melted the wiring loom. The wires are intact. However, if that would have continued, it might have been a bunch of wiring getting burnt up. So they wrapped it up with heat wrap. When I get home, I'm gonna get the stainless steel ties and tied up to the frame so it doesn't happen again. They've retied it. But it's very important, guys, if you don't get an inspection or you want to do it yourself, you got to inspect under there, because what will happen is you will start to get a bunch of lights or malfunctions. We wouldn't know what was going on. So we're glad they picked that up. A very minor thing that could have been a very expensive problem later on.
So right now we are, again, it was a long day. We're headed to dinner. I think we're going to get some Ethiopian food. Let us know if you've had Ethiopian food. We love it. And then we're headed back. We're actually spending the night. We're actually not boondocking. We're planning on boondocking at NARBC, but we don't have full. We don't have dump. But we have water and electric. So we're good to go for that. And then tomorrow we head out to a campground in Maryland. So we're going to bring you along for that.
We are leaving NARBC in Manassas, Virginia. We just want to give them a big thank you. Everybody here was so nice. They let us stay overnight. We're now our first trip with our retro bands, with our Pro Tang. Definitely less stress in the back of our mind. One of our biggest fears was a blowout. I think that's for any motorhome owner. They never really turn out well if you get a blowout. I can't say I'm almost hoping to get a blowout because we never want that to happen. But I would like to see, like, real world how retro band uses, but
let's not wish that on ourselves.
We drove a mountain air yesterday, and we're going to put that video, if it's not out, it will be out. I got to tell you, and you're going to say like we're pimps for Liquid Spring, but we test drove a brand new mountain air yesterday. If that video's out, we'll link it above. If not, it'll be coming out soon. But I was discussing with MJ after we drove that, it's a brand new $800,000 motorhome. Did you feel a difference in the handling?
I mean, a tiny bit, but very little.
Very little. Very little. That's just a kind of testimonial to like how good Liquid Spring is. Now listen, there's big advantages on the diesel regarding the turning radius, the carrying capacity, the amenities, the braking was huge. That's a huge difference. Yes. That way you're not going to get around, but we are super happy with how Nelly handles, super comfortable. And when you drive a diesel motorhome, you kind of realize, wow, how great that system really is, the Liquid Spring. But anyway, enough of that. We decided to cut this trip to 2 shorter segments, so we got about 2.5 hours to head to Maryland. Actually get a full day to hopefully enjoy most of the campground. We'll do a review on that, and then we got a short trip home. So we're really excited just to be using and having these upgrades, not only for the rest of this trip, but we have a lot of trips coming up with college visits and heading down to Nashville and Kentucky and Massachusetts, and now we are able to drive with peace of mind, both with the Retro Band and the Pro Tang, so we're super happy about that.
Somebody is very excited, and it's not me. We just stopped at a fuel stop on our way to our next campground, and we stopped at a Flying J. Now, I don't know if have we ever stopped at Flying J before? So Izzy is very excited. I was telling how excited you are.
Yeah, I mean,
why?
Usually I hate truck stops because they're always crowded, and unless you have a diesel, like, it kind of sucks. But this one's cool because they have a separate RV area with dump station, water, gas, and diesel, and you have this cleaning, which is pretty awesome.
For Mr. OCD. Yeah, this is really nice.
The squeegee's messed up.
Oh well.
3 hours from Virginia to Elkton, Maryland. Interesting place that we're at right now.
Interesting town and interesting campground.
Yeah, we have a video coming out on that campground. I don't know if it's going to be out, but we'll link it above if it's out. But yes, very interesting. But we did find a really awesome place to have dinner. What was the name of the place?
Yes, so it was called Pier 1 Restaurant on Cecil Avenue and like Main Street in Elkton. It was like this little kind of hole in the wall, but the food was phenomenal. A lot of food, really inexpensive. You could tell it was good. It was like a lot of older people there, although we're getting older ourselves. But it was really a surprise. It was really good.
Yeah, so right now we have on UFC 287's on. We love it. So we have nothing to do tomorrow. Well, we got to drive back to Jersey tomorrow, but
we have to film in the morning. We
do have to film, and we only have about 2.5 hours. But we did recount that we'll have done 7 videos in
3 days.
3 days. So
yeah, so we got a lot of
definitely a work trip
coming for you
for sure. And yeah, we do have a lot of good stuff coming.
All varied things, like really cool. I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, our levelers are still not working.
Yes.
So thankfully we have our Haas pads, which we got to get more at Hershey because they've been a savior.
Helped a lot.
And they never break. But we're going to call it a night, head back home tomorrow, hopefully without any hitch, and continue this trip.
So the cool thing about this year is that our camping season is way longer than usual.
Started early.
We're really going to be doing that, although in 2 years we're going to be camping all year round. So
oh, that kind of looks like Bowser over there.
Oh, it does. It does. 2.5 years, guys. A little less, maybe?
Less, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, so we started camping at the end of March this year, and we're going all the way through mid-November. So we have a nice long season this year. But the thing is, when you're camping through 3 different seasons, then you have to deal with the weather.
Depending where you're camping.
Yeah, right, of course. So, we're in Maryland right now, Sunday morning. Today's actually Easter, and it's a little chilly. It is warming up quickly, though. We did run the furnace last night because it was down to about 32. Yep. Not crazy, but when we were in Virginia, it was down in the 20s. So again, the beginning of the season, end of the season, depending where you're at, you can have big fluctuations. But I like that. I like being cozy with camping. I love fall camping. Put in the comments below when you leave your comment, let us know what's your favorite season to camp. I love camping when it's chilly out. I mean, I love summer camping too, but I really like
it when there's no bugs. And right now there's no bugs because they get really annoying during everything, but whatever, sound like babies. We purposely picked this campground because it was midway from where we were to where we needed to be. And then I gotta be back at work tomorrow. That's the reality. Yes, and I'm leaving in 2 days to take Jason on another college tour. Yeah. So in the comments below, have you been to any of the places we mentioned in this vlog? We have a lot of videos coming out about this vlog and the things that happened during this vlog that we didn't show. So you're gonna wanna check that out. And for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.